Always prided myself on being a sane, sober, moral, prudent person. But it's pretty fair to say that on this video, I'm certain I'm going to go off the hinges. It's going to start a lot like an Erica Kirk video, where she's normal, and then by the end, she's staring at the camera like she's trying to see you, and breathing heavy and not blinking. Let's get into it. I see a lot of complaints online about eBay and the fees that they charge, or the things that they do that are associated with fees, or raising this, raising that, blah, 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 blah. As a normal, sometimes, mostly, usually, kind of, sort of stable person, I can say that doesn't bother me. Charge me your fees, do your little bullshit with all that stuff, and let's play ball. Here's the things that I don't like that make it extremely hard to use your shitty platform. Number one, and this is extremely frustrating, you guys outsource 90% of your calls in your customer service to foreign countries like India, where they kind of sort of speak English, and then they know enough supportive words to know what they should be saying, to act like they care, but they don't understand what those words mean, and they don't actually care. It would be like somebody in any other country having to explain their problems and hardships to me, and you guys giving me the three most comforting words to apologize for that, not knowing what the hell I'm saying. That ratio is way off, and it should be fixed. 90% of your customer service should come from whatever country it is supporting, and then take 10% and outsource it. You're not going to save a lot of money. I get it, I understand. But that 10% is to cover times when the other 90% are not working, or they're sleeping, to get kind of around the clock service. You ass clowns have a section of your business policy called seller protections. Seller protections to protect the seller. If you don't know what those are, if you haven't read through them, let me just sweeten it up for you with a little bit of Reader's Digest type monologue. Let's say you're hungry. Take a giant Great Dane turd out of someone's yard, form it into the shape of a steak, cook it, and serve it on a plate as a steak. Those are, in fact, 100%, without a doubt, all of your encompassing seller protections. I've got 3 major returns in the last 30 days. One for $750, one for $679, and one for $359. The $700 one went to England, so it should have been covered and protected in international shipping, and there shouldn't have been an option for a return. They bent the plug on it. They were clearly fishing in PMs. eBay admitted they were fishing, said that I was completely covered. This went on for 31 days today itself, and I still ate the return. Now I get a product with a bent plug back and $700 some in fees, and I gotta pay to ship this thing back from England. No more than a minimum of 6 employees told me that I was covered and protected by this. There was no way they could return it. They were ignoring me in messages, and I was fully covered. I just had to wait the time. Still ate it. Next one was an ass clown from Kentucky that purchased a tow bar for the back of an RV, and then proceeded to return it with one of the arms missing. eBay says refund them half the money. I've explained millions of times over, I can't sell it now. It's totally junk. And they say that I have to go through this process, blah, 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 blah. I do that, it gets closed. And now I get told yesterday, oh, you never should have refunded anything if there was a problem. It doesn't matter who you talk to in eBay. You can call somebody, talk to them for 5 minutes, wait 5 minutes, call another person, wait 5 minutes, call another person, wait the next day, make the call again, and all 4 answers are going to be totally, totally different. The last one is an electronics monitor display for a restaurant for their audio system. Not very expensive. It was $350 some. It was a $600 part. Brand new in the package, never used. Shows all of it in the photos. They buy it, they admit to using it, they admit to not knowing how it works. They return it without the mounting hardware. And I eat it. I eat it. Because I'm told, oh, you got to make the return and then we can work with you. Didn't work with me, eBay. You just took that giant black fist without lube and you rammed it up there about 50 times. So please, I don't want to hear any bullshit about seller protections. I don't want to hear how eBay is for the seller. It's not true. Whatever that guy is, that CEO of GameStop, has anybody watched any of his videos on what his mindset or thought process is? Because he's got a lot of great ideas for reducing cost, reducing fees, and giving extra benefits. Like instead of shipping off items that need to be verified as authentic, you just bring them to one of the stores. And he says 80% of the population in America is within 15 minutes of a GameStop store. So he'd be tying his brands together and working them together. As sellers, as buyers, you got to do less. God, wouldn't that suck? And then he gives a 30% increase on value of the company and offers that as a purchase price. And we still can't get this thing sold. At this point, eBay is like the ex that won't go away, and you're constantly forced to sit in court and watch as she takes all of your personal belongings and all of your finances. Just slowly, one by one by one by one. And you got to sit there and take it.